Hello, friends. Marco here from the Youth Cartel. I hope your summer is going exceptionally well. I'm recording this and it's about it's early July, so midsummer for most of us. And I just wanted to give you a word of encouragement as we push through. I'm sure you're familiar with the story of Ezekiel, the prophet Ezekiel in the Valley of Dry Bones. Let me just read to you a few verses from that passage. And then he said to me, Ezekiel writes, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life, and then you will know that I am the Lord. And so I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. And I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. And then he said to me, prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of Man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come, breath from the four winds, and breathe into these slain that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them, and they came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. In one sense, when I was reading that today, I was thinking it sounds like the description of a summer camp game gone really bad, right? Or more hopefully, it reminds me of that coming alive that you and I get the privilege of both seeing and participating in so many during our regular summer youth ministry adventures. I'm confident you've experienced that this summer. But I also know that you might be feeling a little bone dry yourself at this point, worn out physically, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. And maybe in the midst of a hectic summer of seeing the breath of God bring students alive, you're sensing you could use a little bit of that breath of God yourself. I saw something online this week that I was initially skeptical about, but I looked it up and read more about it, and I just found it so fascinating. I want to introduce you to the Alaskan wood frog. Here's this little guy. Whoops, sorry. Wanted to show that one first. Here's this little guy, and pretty unremarkable looking frog. But here's what's remarkable about this guy that I learned. This little guy in the winter months freezes solid, like heart stops, blood stops flowing, brain goes solid. Veterinarians say that for all practical purposes, he's completely dead. And then when it warms up a little bit, his heart starts working again, his brain starts working again, and he comes back to life. And this happens for this guy 10 to 15 times each winter. Isn't that just mind blowing? I'm sure you see the connection here, but allow me to paraphrase Jesus' words from Matthew 10. Are not two Alaskan wood frogs sold for a penny? And yet not one of them will freeze or come back to life outside of your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Come alive, friends. Invite the Holy Spirit to fill your lungs with the breath of God and to get your heart pumping again. May the rest of your summer be absolutely glorious.